We played a game of peekaboo sunshine only to have a bit of a soaker throughout the area. Let's get a quick check of your forecast. Jacinda Garabito joins us now with a look at how your Sunday is shaping up. Even if we do get a little bit of that rain, Jonathan, you know, I can tell you right now, my yard is looking really good. Thanks, Jonathan. To Somerton now, where a couple is dead after a house fire. Investigators say a driver on Interstate 95 saw the flames early Monday morning and called 911. Once crews put out the fire, they found the bodies of a 66-year-old man and his 56-year-old wife just a few feet from the back door. There's no word yet on a cause. Thanks, Reg. We do need the rain, though, so we can't complain too bad. The rest of the week looking pretty good. Coming up, Clemson baseball continues its hot streak in a dramatic fashion, and plenty of golf drama to show you from Augusta. See one of the best finishes in Masters history next in sport. Back when you think of Boise, Idaho, most people see images of potatoes, but the state could soon make a new name for itself now that a taxi cab company has found an alternate way to grease their gas tanks. Glenn Beebe reports. Nearly a dozen witnesses took the stand during more than 6 hours of testimony, but the day ended with some of the most stirring evidence jurors have heard thus far, coming straight from the mouth of the man now accused of killing both his wife and business partner. It's taking the nation by storm, or should I say by shark. Da-dun, da-dun. Coming up, an inside look at the phenomenon known as Discovery Channel's Shark Week. Stay with us. We're live from Maine and Gervais. We begin with breaking news. A body is found at a Henrico County lake. Virginia is launching its Cash for Appliances rebate program at the end of this month. Happening now, construction is nearly complete on a project to widen Rural Ridge Road. It happened last night right here in the 1100 block of North 2nd Street. Richmond fire officials are investigating an early morning blaze that caused part of a two-story home to collapse. Officers are telling us that an elderly woman and a child are in the hospital after a car slams here right into the side of this McDonald's. Staying in sports now, where the Dixie Youth Baseball World Series will soon make a return. Tuesday, town officials announced the series will return to the Lexington Sports Complex in 2014 and 2015. According to a spokesperson, the selection of Lexington for back-to-back years is unprecedented, as it has never been done in the organization's 60-year history. Now, will the weather shape up to get outside and play some ball today? For the latest on the forecast, let's turn it over to Jonathan O. Jonathan, you play much baseball?
I cannot play baseball.
Who returned a book that was checked out 185 years earlier. After the fines were tallied, someone owes the library $6,000. Good luck collecting that. That's all the time we have for ABC Columbia News at 11. Thanks for making us your choice for news. We'll see you right back here tomorrow at 11. Have a great night and an even better tomorrow.
Columbia News.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for ABC Columbia News at 11, live from Maine and Gervais. I'm Rochelle Dean. We played a game of peekaboo sunshine only to have a bit of a soaker throughout the area. Let's get a quick check of your forecast. The IRS scandal is causing a lot of controversy on Capitol Hill, while the Obama administration continues their efforts to put out the flames. Jessica Yellen reports. A Lancaster County man is killed in what officials are calling a freak accident and say his lawn equipment is to blame. Authorities say 72-year-old James Stair had just finished plowing a field in Lancaster County. As he was loading the tractor onto his trailer, authorities say the heavy machine slipped off, pinning him underneath. Richland County sheriffs have arrested Lillian Stevenson, accused of stabbing a man several times in the upper body during a domestic dispute this afternoon. Sheriff's deputies say after they arrived in the 1400 block of Hedge Street around 2 this afternoon, they found the victim severely injured. At last check, he was listed in serious condition. Well, before the rain started falling here across the Midlands, dozens in Lexington were already getting wet for a good cause. The Sheriff's Department held the Swim for Nathaniel fundraiser to help pay the medical bills for the 8-year-old battling a brain tumor. Organizers of the event say it's the least they could do to support Nathaniel, who is an avid swimmer. A photographer catches a very odd experience out in the wild. Plus, feds begin looking into the cause of a train collision that injured dozens. You're watching ABC Columbia News at 11. We're live from Maine and Gervais. Welcome back to Maine and Gervais. We are joined with Karen Alexander from the Auntie Karen Foundation, and she's here to talk to us about a series concert that happens every year and just continues to get bigger and better. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. It is a pleasure to have you here. Talk to us a little bit about the Auntie Karen Foundation for people who don't know. It's not just listening, it's learning, it's being able to take something from these artists and have the artists give them a little bit of input. Now, this is also a silent auction.
Yes, the auction takes place prior to the concert, and then you get to pick up your items after the concert.
So the silent auction, music, listening, learning, and it's going back to a good cause. It's actually going towards scholarships. Such a great organization, and I'm looking forward to seeing Gladys Knight and hearing her. She is definitely a legend in her own right. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to put all of this information on our website, all the dates, all the times, the locations, and ticket sales, and where you can purchase those tickets. We'll be right back after these messages. Tell us a little bit about this performance, William. Every year people look forward to this being kind of the kickoff for the holiday season. Teton size, but on stage, your presence is like overwhelming, like you just take over the stage. Tell us what it's like for you to perform such a great classic. We'll put all this information on our website at abccolumbia.com so that you can find out where to buy tickets. And from what we've understood, as history's had it, those second shows tend to sell out. So they may want to get those tickets as soon as possible. Thank you guys so much for being here and joining us. I look forward so much to your performance again. And I look forward to all the new surprises that you guys have in store this year. We'll be back right after these messages. A very emotional night here for Sumter High School students, parents, and staff members who spoke before the school board, relaying a lot of their concerns, many of them holding signs just like this, saying no confidence, saying that there has been too much talk, and now it's time for action.
This is about our kids and only about our kids, not our own personal feelings or agendas.
My husband and I have 2 children at Sumter High School. We have not relied on rumors. We have lived the nightmare of this last school year.
Passionate reactions from some of the hundreds who packed the Lakewood High School auditorium Monday. Crowds angered, they say, over unaddressed allegations, including intimidation tactics against teachers, school violence, where dozens were arrested, and most recently an investigation by SLED into reports of improper testing, a violation of state law.
The direction that this leadership has been taking our district is not in the best interest of students nor teachers, so I do believe that a change is needed.
While more than 20 people signed up to speak, a lottery drawing allowed only 7 people to address the school board, whose chairman issued a statement asking for patience and support as they, quote, develop a plan of action to resolve concerns. Not good enough for some who say the leadership has deteriorated. More than 1,200 signatures ask for the superintendent to be fired immediately. The school board refusing to answer the public's questions or ours.
You just your reaction to everything, all the passion from the parents tonight? Yeah.
The people of Sumter have spoken. We've spoken loud and we've spoken long.
And for those who couldn't speak out loud, they use signs to convey their message. Stay with ABC Columbia News for the very latest. In Sumter, Rochelle Dean, ABC Columbia News.
Is there anything that you would like to say to any family members who are wondering what happened? Did you do it?
Escorted out of the Sumter Detention Center in handcuffs and shackles, a noticeably thinner James Manor refused to answer our questions concerning the murder and arson charges he now faces. Sheriff Anthony Dennis says this is all that's left of Manor's grandparents' home. He's accused of using gasoline to set it on fire earlier this month. A blaze authorities say killed his grandmother shortly after police say he killed his grandfather by beating him in the head.
My understanding, no remorse at this time, being that it was his grandmother and grandfather. Really, we wonder what was going through his mind at the time.
Sheriff Anthony Dennis says they have at least one motive: drugs. According to authorities, Manners had a substance abuse problem which may have led to the killings here inside their Barnwell Drive home, now wrapped in police tape and covered in makeshift memorials.
It's a family tragedy. It's a community tragedy.
But authorities say this is not the only community involved. After police say Manners fled South Carolina, he was spotted in Ohio in his grandparents' car, slamming into this median where police say he crashed following a short chase. After that crash, Manners took off on foot, but when police finally caught him, jail was not his first stop. He was taken by ambulance to the hospital to be treated for attempting suicide by trying to overdose on pills.
Just talking with the neighbors and friends of the Toppers, it's disbelief, and they expect to, spend the rest of his life here, and expect you don't die at the hands of your own family.
This campaign is bigger than just one person, meaning President Obama. This is about the soul of America.
Republican presidential frontrunner Mitt Romney says that soul has been tarnished by failed policies under the Obama administration for the last 3 years. Now he says it's time to restore the country's foundation, starting with employment.
Given the challenges that exist in our economy, I think people want to have someone who understands jobs and understands what it takes to get jobs here.
Coming from the private sector, Romney says he is that someone, claiming he knows how business works, how jobs come, and why they go. And unlike his Republican rivals, can use that experience to get America back to work. For Romney, the economy is just one of several shortcomings under the current administration.
The president has failed to come forward with any plan to secure Social Security long term. He has not come forward with a plan for Medicare, and he hasn't proposed a budget that's anywhere near balanced.
In order to change that, though, Romney says he'll have to get votes and knows the importance South Carolina plays in making that happen.
South Carolina has a big say in who our nominee is going to be, and that's one of the reasons why all of us are here campaigning around the clock. I hope in the final analysis that they'll decide on the person that can best replace President Obama and also get the country back on track.
Rochelle Dean, ABC Columbia News.